Hi,
What's up? What's up?
we're live and we're waiting on Monster guys. We're waiting on Monster and Larry just popped in, Larry Ruckus. Um, but he had no sound, so I guess he's trying to get right. So we're gonna give him time to get in here.
I'm gonna start sharing to a couple different groups.
That's cool.
I wish I could share to multiple groups at one time instead of having to go through and
I know. Still waiting on Monster guys.
all right. What you looking at? What you looking at?
We're waiting on Monster.
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and lock it up.
We're waiting. We're trying to get some more people up in here. We're waiting on Larry. He's gonna pop back in. Larry Ruckus, guys.
Come on.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm laughing at somebody sent me a crazy message.
What in the heck?
Okay. Monster said he's trying to get on now.
Wrong one. Go operations.
Let me see. Sorry, y'all. I got 3 computers going here.
Quick close. I'll pull that drawer and count that down.
Do 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 do.
Y'all just bear with me for a few seconds. I'm trying to get this store closed. What you over there laughing at?
Monster.
What is he saying? I know how he know how to work car audio. I'm pretty sure he know how to get into a computer.
Right, right. I don't see him yet.
What about Larry? He ain't popped back in yet.
Nope, not yet.
I think Larry's trying to get to his
Hey
computer.
guys, I see you guys there.
Bear with us a few minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
Hold 1 second. Oh, there's Larry popping back in.
See if it works now.
I
We
think
hear
it
you.
Fix my
we
volume.
can't see you.
Hey, there we go. I got you guys now.
Cool, cool, cool. Welcome in, sir.
Appreciate it. Been trying to for a couple weeks now.
The schedules ain't been working out too well.
No, not at all. Not at all.
All right, come on.
Okay, let's see here.
I know I look a little crazy. I'm trying to get this store closed so I can pay folks attention to everybody.
You work for T-Mobile, man. You counting a whole bunch of money, ain't you?
No, ain't too much money going on today. It's been slow. Let me turn my other phone down because I got the live going on the other phone. All right.
Yeah, with your crackling phone.
Is it still crackling?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't know what it is. It might
that
be my
cheap.
AirPods.
Yeah, that's what it is. Every time we talk to you, it does that.
I mean, hey, I paid $250 for these AirPods. They better sound good.
Well, they
Send them
don't.
back. Send them back.
We need to get Kyle and them guys over at Apex to build some earpods.
Yeah. It'd be $800.
They
And you
can
know
build
what?
anything.
You know what? I would pay it.
Yeah.
That's right. Great guys.
Yeah, Larry, I don't know if you heard what was going on before, but we're just waiting on MONTSTA to join. MONTSTA is one of the OGs of the fruit battle game, and figured we get
Oh,
him
you're
in
good.
here to go over a few things with everybody. And we pulled you in tonight. That way we could talk about Ruckus and what an amazing show it is, and what to expect for next year.
No, I got you. Yeah, ain't no problem.
But I will say this, and I think I told you this before. I had a lot of people tell me, man, Ruckus is a bass show. Don't nobody want to hear all that clarity music. All right, watch.
Yeah.
There he
Like,
is.
Well, I'm excited, man. It should be a good time. Oh, look at him. He's all dressed up too.
look
There you
look at
go.
look at the
What
OG.
up?
What's
What up,
up?
my
What's
people?
up, OG?
What's going on,
Hey,
y'all?
monster. Got
Mona,
your robe
Adrian,
on?
Ruckus, Larry.
What's happening?
What's good, my people?
All
You see
right,
it?
y'all. We got Monster and we got Larry
This is the T-Mobile.
from
Yep.
Ruckus and Chill.
So, Monster, I'm pretty
New
sure
number.
you've seen. I'm pretty sure you've seen the announcements that I've been posting on the page. But was able to team up with Mr. Larry here to bring a big giant street battle down to one of the biggest audio shows on the East Coast.
Yep.
So, we know you started it up there. We trying to help bring that culture down this way.
All right, not a problem. You know, you line them up, we knock them down. All right.
All
I hear
right.
that.
But I know Mona's got a few questions that she wants to go over with you guys. I may be quiet for the first few minutes, so I'm trying to get the store closed so I can get out of here.
All right. Well, Monster, I got some questions that some people sent me. And if you can just tell us, how did Street Talk Street Battle start?
All right. Well, it basically started, you know, long time ago before I was in it. Just people in New York battling in the streets. Hence the name Street Talk Street Battle, right?
Yep.
Really, our page was initially started by Victor Garcia, Beast from the East, along with Ed Rock Morales, and Daniel McClain or FaZe. They had it going. They bought me in after some time. I helped make the classes. We came up with the belt system. We just took it from there. You know,
Okay.
we basically created the classes to get more people out battling, just because traditionally street battles were mainly for like the bigger systems. You know, you had Beast from the East, you had Native, you had Beast 1000, you had Carter, all with big systems. No, you can't come out with 212s and expect to battle those guys. So we made,
Exactly.
we made the smaller classes just so we could include more people.
Okay.
Um, One class I would wish you guys would get rid of is that ultra was that ultra featherweight.
Well, no, that's Virginia. We don't do
Yeah,
that.
that's Virginia. We
Yeah,
no shade to
yeah,
Virginia,
yeah,
but
yeah.
we ain't running ultra
I mean,
featherweight.
and that actually this year, or starting next year, we're gonna get rid of our featherweight class just because it's
It's a lot.
we may keep the belt around for just for people, but as far as doing the battles at shows and stuff like that, it's just a little bit of a waste of time. Come to watch, it's
Okay.
something that you can see every day.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, because
people
it's
come,
quite a bit.
yeah, people come to a show. They want a show. They don't want to see something they can see on, at the grocery store.
Yeah. Yeah. It is what it is, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. And now, how do you guys select your judges? How many judges do you guys have when you have a show?
Oh well, we have a show. I mean, it depends. It depends on the show. If I'm throwing a show, you saw our last show, I bought. I actually flew Dean from Florida. I flew him up to be one of our judges. We had New York native, who, like I said, was one of the original street battlers. He was one of our judges. We just try to keep people who are actually know
I forgot to
music,
set that. I
know
just
what
set
they're
it.
listening, know what to listen for, and just are not going to judge based on loud. Because that's not what we're about. We're not just about loud. Obviously, loudness is a factor, but it's not just all about loud.
Right.
As
Exactly.
long as you have that, as long as you have that understanding, the difference between mid range and mid bass. The
Hmm.
difference between punch and lows. You know,
Right.
you can be a judge. It's not rocket science. Most of the times, most of the battles aren't even close. You can tell.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when you do have those close battles, you need people that are able to listen for, the different, basically listen for what they're supposed to be listening for. The mid range, the bass, the tweeters. Make sure
Right.
people are not just screaming, and that they're not just judging based on just on bass, because that's a lot of
Right.
the times bass is impressive, but bass doesn't win battles all the time. Some people don't
Exactly.
understand
Okay.
that, but we make sure that the people that are judging understand that.
Right. I understand. Now, are you guys going to expand Street Talk Street Battle to different states, or how many states do you have involved already?
Well, yeah, I mean, we've been steadily expanding since since I came on. When I came on, it was just New York, and we had just started into. Well, it wasn't even. I can't say we had a street battle in Philly, but we had just started doing battles in Philly. So basically, we expanded into Philly. From Philly, we went down to Virginia. Obviously, you have some people that are from New Jersey, even though Jersey, oddly enough, doesn't have their own chapter, which I think at this point they probably should, because you have a number of the Philly people who are in Jersey, like Kyle and Sam. They're not really, no longer Philly people. I guess you count them as Jersey people. Uh,
Okay.
Adam DeBetta. You have a few people with decent systems,
Just
with
wait.
well, with pretty good systems, I'll say, that are in Jersey, where they should be able to have,
I need to set it.
their own chapter.
Okay.
Um, we had, like I said, we had Virginia, we have North Carolina, which I think you're trying to spearhead down there, and we had something trying to start up in Florida.
Okay. Now, what's the difference between the New York battlers and the Florida battlers?
Uh, well, right now, I mean, Florida has their own. Um, they have their own system of classes and judging. Well, not judging, because they listen for the same things pretty much as far as the overall sound. They just have something where we have overall sound and they have 360 sound. Where
Right.
it's not just they don't just focus on just the music, but how many different points on the vehicle you hear the music.
Oh,
So when we went down there to hear, we were impressed by how their clarity and their vocals and stuff like that. They didn't have much bass, but their tuning for their mids was phenomenal. So that's why we kept going down there. That's why we wanted to compete with them, because on the clarity that they were really up there with New York. They don't, I don't think that they have the bass to compete with us yet. I mean, this year they try to step it up with their bass, but when
okay.
we first went down there, as far as bass, they didn't have bass to compete with us. Um,
Okay.
so, but It's just we go down there just because it's something different. We get tired of battling the same people every week, and even going to Philly, it's still becoming the same people. We want to go. We want to go to Virginia. We want to go to North Carolina to battle, but you guys need to step it up so we have a reason to go down there and battle.
Oh, we working on it. We working on it.
Yeah, I want to bring the Escalade down there. I can't bring that if you guys do bigger systems 415s.
We working. There's a couple guys down this way, especially some of the guys are out of South Carolina. So I guess to start off, we're just all gonna like how y'all did with like Philly and New York. I mean Philly and Jersey, kind of consider them as one. We're just gonna consider like South Carolina, North Carolina as one because we're so close together.
Hmm.
At least until they get their own everything up and running. Of course,
Whatever you guys got to do to get a team together, well, we can come down there and kick y'all asses. It's fine.
Hey, look,
but we
I'm gonna tell you.
we at least want it to be interesting. You know what I mean? You gotta have want it to be. We want you to have a chance.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you right now. The blue 300 is a different beast than the last time you heard it. So.
All right. So I'm looking forward to hearing it then.
Yeah.
So Larry, you want to tell us a little bit about the Ruckus show while we're here?
Well, this coming year is going to be our 10th annual. We've had it at the Fayetteville Drag Strip for, I don't know, past 6 years or something like that. So we're very fortunate to be able to try and keep it there this year. And luckily with Adrian, hopefully we can bring you guys out. There is going to be some changes this year with the vendors and the competitive organizations and stuff, but all that's kind of in the works right now. We're trying to make it easier for everybody to get in and out of the lanes and deal with the raffle. It's just a lot going on in one place. But the Ruckus show is always hosted. We do a raffle once a year. Well, the show is once a year with the raffle, and all of the proceeds of that raffle go to an organization that we choose. Like this year, we donated to Off-Road. I have to look it up. But it was a homeless veteran. Off-Road Outreach is who we donated to this year. And it's a homeless veteran organization. With the show being so close to Veterans Day, we just thought it would be right to donate to a veteran organization. But it's just great to see the actual organization there and see how much it changes and helps them with the donation. So,
Okay, great. Well, I'm going to be there this year, next year, because I missed it this year.
I understand.
I've never missed a show.
Yeah, well, we had to change the dates, unfortunately, as I'm sure you've seen. Probably 3 weeks or a month before the show, we got word that the track had changed hands. So we had to hit the scramble button and pull a bunch of strings and try to have the show at the drag strip or have it at a different venue. And luckily we were able to secure it, but we had to change the dates. So we've already kind of nipped that one in the bud, I guess, if you want to say that. And our show dates are November 18th and 19th of 2023.
Okay, MONTSTA, when is that musical awards? We don't want to bump heads with them.
It's the same weekend. I talked to Dean the other day, and it's the same weekend.
Whoops.
No, I talked to Kyle and a couple other guys from Philly, and which I appreciate everybody who does support. But coming from some of the Philly guys, they were saying, we're gonna come to the show you're having in Ruckus to support, because they've been a big support for everything that I've done. I mean, I know Kyle came down to a couple shows. I know MONTSTA was supposed to come to my first street battle, but I think he had technical difficulties.
Yeah.
But it's all good. We're gonna get you back down here in North Carolina. Hopefully, when you come down, I'll have somebody that can. I mean, you still might dog walk them, but we want to give some kind of competition. But
Larry, what's the date of Ruckus again? I'm sorry.
November 18th and 19th of 2023.
Okay.
So what we normally do on the 18th is all of the competitive orgs, the raffle, all the big stuff that is such a headache, give or take. We all deal with that on Saturday, and that's what we call our Ruckus Day. Sunday is just chill. Everybody shows up, we demo starting at 12, and then we just have a good time.
Okay.
Uh,
Larry's going in and out.
yeah, thanks, Spectrum Internet.
Okay. I
So
got Spectrum. Hold up.
yeah, yeah, I live out in the middle of nowhere, seemingly. So
And me too. Me too. Me too. So, Monster, anything else you want to share with us about Street Talk, Street Battle?
No, I was just here to answer any questions you may have. Like I said, we're looking
Anybody
forward
got
to
any questions?
expand. Yeah, we're looking forward to expanding into different states. Hopefully, we got North Carolina. Maybe we'll get Georgia one day.
Okay, let me
I know
let me ask
there's
you
a
one more
lot of audio
question.
guys out in Alabama.
Yeah. Let me ask you one more question now. What about the rules for Street Talk, Street Battle? Now, if you're going to expand, if you're expanding to different states and they want to expand the Street Talk, Street Battle into their state now and want to carry the Street Talk, Street Battle name, will they have to abide by your rules?
Yeah, I mean, if it's going to be an STSB event, then they should go
Mhm.
by STSB rules. Um,
Okay.
the only thing that I will say is that we noticed that in a lot of other states they use stunt walls. So what we're trying to do is trying to figure out a way to maybe have a stunt wall category. Now I don't know
Hmm.
because there's different types of stunt walls. You have stunt walls that are just boxes in the back of the truck. You have some that they have speakers on the door, some that have speakers that in the hatch that lifts up. So
Hmm.
I don't know if we'll be able to limit it to cone area the same way we do now, but I know that's a big
Hmm.
thing with like especially like Atlanta, and even
Hmm.
Florida. A lot of the people have stunt walls down there, and they want to use their stunt walls, and they don't want to do the street battle and stuff because they don't want to use because you can't they're not allowed to use their stunt walls for street battle. Um,
Okay.
I mean, it may be a little bit different from like what we call an uptown setup where you don't have subs and you're firing out the back. It's just strictly mids. Um, but we're just trying to figure out. We're gonna sit down and just try to figure out what we can do to formulate a category to include people with stunt walls. That way, it may make it more appealing for people in the states where they're heavy on stunt walls.
Got you.
Okay. So what's
Now
the difference
I have a
in
question.
what's the difference in go ahead, Adrian.
Oh, my bad. Am I breaking up? Can y'all hear me well?
Yeah, you're going in and out.
Uh-uh.
We can hear you.
You're going in and out.
Okay. Okay. Mona, you go ahead until I get to some better signal.
Okay, so what's the difference in heavyweight and extreme?
As far as cone area, I mean, I believe heavyweight is anything is 2,000 to 3,000, and extreme is 3,000 and up. So
And up.
heavyweight, yeah, heavyweight you can use the window pods, but you still can't exceed that 3,000 at 3,000 cone and 3,000 in cone area. Once you pass 3,000, you're in extreme.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right. That explains it. Okay.
yeah.
Anybody got any questions for Monster?
I'm gonna
I
try to
know
ask
they're
this
they're
question while
posting
I
some
got a little
pretty.
signal. But so Monster, quick question. So say for instance you got somebody that's in the lightweight class, um,
Mhm.
but they want to battle down. Now let's just say they have a DSP to where they can cut their back doors off to battle down in featherweight. Is that possible, or do they have to unhook and unscrew the speakers?
Yeah, we've always discouraged people from battling down. We encourage you to battle up, not down, which is why we say we want people to take out speakers if they're going to try to battle down, because I don't want to go have to stick my head in each one of your speakers to make sure that it's not playing if you're just turning off the DSP. Or some people claim they can turn up the DSP, but they still have speakers in like say for example like a window pop where they can turn off the speaker, but they can't turn off the tweeter, or they can't turn off the horn. So I don't want to have to go. We don't want to have to go around sticking our heads in the front or listening to each speaker to see if it's playing or not. For people who are battling down, if you take it out, there's no mistake that it's playing. We don't have to go and listen to see if it's playing or not.
Exactly.
But really make you take it out just to discourage people from battling down. If you built a car for a class, stick to your class. Don't try to go down and beat on the little guys because you can't compete in your class. If anything, you should be trying to go up, not down.
Right. That's what I say too.
I got you. I just wanted to get a little bit of clarity on that because I know earlier in the street battle season, down in I think the Virginia area, there was a little confusion because there was um there was talks of like with me and another person that was supposed to battle, and I was like, man, just cut the DSP off. I don't care. Boom, boom, boom. And they were like, no, you got to unscrew. And I was like, what? But yeah, now that I got the clarity,
Yeah, yeah. I
I'm
mean, bottom line is if someone agrees to it, where they say you don't have to take out the speaker, and they're comfortable with you turning off your DSP or shutting the door or something like that, then it's fine as long as the other person agrees to it. But the rule is that it has to be out. So, but you can agree to whatever you can agree to whatever you want to agree to. Just like some people have trunk pods. We don't particularly use, or we don't typically use trunk pods. But if two people have trunk pods and they want to battle with their trunk pods on, hey, go for it. You know,
Right.
that's. But once again, that's all to what the two people agree to. We can accommodate. We want more battles, not less battles. So we try to accommodate what we can accommodate.
got you.
Got any more questions, Adrian?
Um, I mean, I really don't have a whole lot of questions. I mean, I think hopefully we got some people in here that's actually newcomers that can go ahead and ask some of these questions. Now I did have somebody ask me earlier. They was like, "Well, what if I don't have no bass?" And I'm like, "Well, that kind of defeats the purpose because
It's all
it's
around
all
sound.
around sound."
Yeah, just like if you don't have any tweeters, and people lose for not having tweeters. You
Right.
have to have everything to have a complete system. You can't just have one. Just
Exactly.
either bass or just mid. You gotta have everything.
I mean,
Right.
it's hard to make a peanut butter and jelly with peanut butter and no jelly.
Yeah.
That's true. That is so true. But we're not going to make this too long. But I just wanted to bring Monster on here, and we're going to have Dean tomorrow. So, Monster, if you got time, if you want to jump in with Dean is here from Florida, you're welcome to.
All right, no problem. Yeah.
Oh, while you're here, Monster, how did everything go down in Florida this year?
Oh, that was a nightmare.
I'm ready to say I didn't see none of you guys
That-
bring any trophies home.
no,
What
no,
happened?
actually, Shay brought back their amateur trophy.
Amateur. All right.
Yeah, he did amateur, which is, like I said, their categories or their classes are a lot different from ours. They don't go
Mm-hmm.
by cone. They don't go by cone area at all.
Right.
So
Right.
just the amount of like their amateur is just front doors. So you can have a wall, and you can have a wall with I think it's up to 3 10s in each one of your front doors, and you'll be competing with somebody that has like 2 8s and 2 12s. You know,
Are you kidding?
yeah, they don't go by cone area. So it's just amateur is front doors. Amateur modified is all 4 doors. Their lightweight class is 4 doors plus their outside, which is just the bumpers, the front bumper and back bumper. They're,
Mm-hmm.
they don't have a middleweight. They have a heavyweight. Their heavyweight is 4 doors, bumpers, window pods, and sidewalls. And their
Mm-hmm.
extreme is the same thing, but then you have trunk pods or the trunks, and their extreme modified is just a crazy class, which I would never compete in, because that's what you got boxes on top of the cars, boxes hanging from the doors, boxes
The
sitting on the
chair.
engine, boxes on the floor. Yeah,
Right.
that's a
So
little
now,
bit that's a little crazy for me, but that's
so the
the
chucheros
yeah.
that you said they have boxes on top. That's a extreme class,
That would be their extreme modified, where you can take
extreme modified. Okay.
where you can set a chuchero on top of the car. You'll see them open up the hood and sit it on top of the engine. You know,
Yeah,
Hmm.
I've
so
seen it.
it's wild. It's a little wild, but like I said, we go down there because we generally have a good time. They play good
Yeah.
music, and it's decent competition
Yeah.
for. Um, yeah. And then
Yeah,
we
they're all
have
great
Dean
guys.
tomorrow. Dean is I call that's the king of Orlando to me. He lost this
Oh
year.
yeah.
He lost this year, but Dean is still my king. All right.
Oh, he did he?
Yeah. He lost to Bolo. So
Mona,
Oh, okay.
Mona, if you look at the Facebook Live, I think Timothy Perkins asked a question. I can't read it because I'm driving.
Uh, let's see. Question. When street battles are judged, should inside noise caused by broken boxes or loose parts be a part of a reason for point deductions?
yeah. Well, I mean, it's
If you have your box breaks, I guess.
yeah. I mean, I guess he's saying anything like like rattling. If your trunk is rattling, if your hood's rattling, if
Yeah.
everything's rattling, it takes away from the music. So if you have someone that's just as clean, but they don't have all the rattling, you're gonna give it to the person that's whose music you can actually hear. But if someone's box is broken and their subs are rattling around and bottoming out, I think that's kind of a no-brainer.
Mm-hmm.
But if they both sound like crap, then then you got to
Okay.
make a decision who sounds less like crap. But
You got exactly.
mhm.
Exactly. Now, what about that trunk rattle? I know none of you New York guys have rattle at all.
Mm-hmm.
And none of you guys that
It's
battle.
all
seriously,
Dynamat. Dynamat is a beautiful thing.
That's your friend.
Yeah, Dynamat is a beautiful thing. I won't say no names, but you
Yeah,
got
because
some people sticking yoga mats in the trunk to keep it from rattling.
Hey, if it works, it
Wow.
works.
Hey,
Hey.
you got to do what you got to do.
Foam it to death, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we're not going to keep you guys because, it's late. And we try to get on here when everybody's home. But Larry, thank you. And we're going to have you on again. Maybe we can get Kyle to pop on with you one day. And MONTSTA, thank you
Not a
for
problem.
showing up.
No problem.
No, anytime. Sorry, I got here a little late. But
But that's all right.
all right.
Yeah,
You
and
on
if you guys have any
CP time.
questions, just let me know. I'll be happy to answer them or get with Kyle or whatever we need to do.
All right.
Cool.
We appreciate
Cool.
you guys.
Yeah,
And
listen, maybe we'll get Dean and them to change their show because at least by a week, because every year we go down there, it rains. So
I know it. But it rains almost every day.
it rains every at least 2 years in a row. It rained on a day.
Yeah,
So.
I see you guys with the umbrellas out there.
Yeah, man, and they're I'm from New York, but they're cold when it's raining. Is a different type of cold.
Yes, exactly.
It cuts through you.
Yeah.
That's right. That's true. That's true. But
So.
all right, guys.
Hey, but see,
You guys have a good
Florida, it'll
night.
rain, and then 10 minutes later, it's sunny and 95 degrees.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. You guys have a good night. And we appreciate you guys coming on the Clean Car Audio Zone. And MONTSTA, we'll probably see you tomorrow. Larry, you have a good night and a good day tomorrow.
Thank y'all for having me.
I gotta go.
All right, guys.
All right, guys.
All right, now y'all have a good one.
All right, bye.